One of the greatest obstacles to achieving success is often a silent enemy that accomplishes what even failure cannot. It is not a lack of intelligence. It is not a lack of resources. It is certainly not a lack of opportunity. The real problem is a lack of decisiveness. In other words, it is drifting. This is success's silent, yet most destructive enemy. I have seen it in the eyes of young people who possess the talent to change the world but lack the will to discipline their minds. I have also seen it in the weary souls of those who, despite not wanting to, allowed time and opportunities to slip through their fingers like grains of sand. Drifting is not loud. It does not announce itself with some great warning. It approaches quietly. It slips into your daily habits. It slowly dulls your ambition. It numbs your desire. It constantly whispers to you, tomorrow will do, too. And the more you listen to it, the more small compromises you make each day. The more you begin to lose that fire, that sharpness, and that sense of urgency that once burned inside you. Drifting destroys more dreams than fear, doubt, and criticism ever could. Because it does so quietly, most dreamers never even resist it. Understand this well. If the mind is not occupied with a definite purpose, the void will be filled with fear, doubt, and indecision. A mind without direction becomes vulnerable to every influence, every discouraging word, and every passing emotion it encounters. A mind without purpose never stays where it is. It moves backward. Either you are consciously building your future, or you are unknowingly destroying it. There is no such thing as remaining neutral. You must see drifting for what it truly is, the slow yet unnoticed erosion of your power. Every day you live without a clear purpose. You surrender a little more of yourself. Every decision you postpone. Every opportunity you lack the courage to evaluate. And every excuse you allow to grow. Each of these is another nail driven into the coffin of your own greatness. Drifting does not destroy a person all at once. It consumes them little by little. Dusky kills the woman or man you could have become, leaving behind nothing but an empty shell filled with regret, resentment, and pain. A person who drifts does not begin by consciously choosing to drift. They simply postpone making decisions. They postpone demanding more from themselves. They neglect to protect their minds with discipline. They postpone planting their own flag and declaring, "This is who I am. This is where I am going, and nothing will turn me away from my path." The person who drifts first surrenders to small distractions, then to greater ones. First, they lose their hours, then their days, then their years. And one day, when they finally open their eyes, they realize that life has left them behind, and that they have wasted far too much time to simply start over. I am telling you this because it is not too late for you. If you are reading these words right now, the power to decide is still in your hands. Before drifting destroys your dreams, you can remove it from your life, but it will not happen on its own. It will not happen simply by hoping. The only way is to develop within yourself an unshakable and unwavering sense of purpose, a purpose so strong, so clear, that it can silence every whisper of hesitation, every invitation to procrastinate, strong enough to silence them all. The first step is crystal clear. Decide what you truly want from life and never abandon that decision. Make your purpose so vivid, so clear, and so powerful that it continues. To live in your mind day and night, make it your obsession. Make it your compass. Let it become the strongest reason that gets you out of bed every morning, because purpose is the most effective antidote to drifting. Purpose gives your mind direction, and a mind that knows where it is going does not lose its focus easily. Then you must act boldly, without wasting time, and with determination, because action is the true proof of purpose. Without action, purpose is nothing more than a wish, a dream, or a story people tell themselves to feel better. Action transforms thought into power. Action seizes opportunity and gives it shape. Action creates momentum, and momentum is the end of drifting. You will not always feel ready. You will not always be completely confident, but do not wait for those feelings to arrive. Act despite them, because action creates Confidence and movement brings clarity. A person who drifts seeks certainty. First, but a person with purpose creates that certainty by walking into the unknown. At the same time, you must protect your mind from the influences that pull you downward. A person who drifts is often surrounded by people who drift just like they do. People who constantly complain, act cynically, criticize, and have accepted mediocrity. The influence of such an environment is far more destructive than you think. Their words seep into your mind like a slow-acting poison. After a while, you find yourself thinking smaller, hesitating more, and trying to justify your own inaction. If you want to rise above drifting, you must protect your environment as carefully as you protect your mind. Surround yourself with people who expect higher standards from themselves, people who talk about dreams, who make plans, who take action, who value discipline. Let their fire fuel your own. Let their determination strengthen yours, because the people you spend your time with shape your destiny. That is why you must choose them carefully. You must also learn to discipline your emotions. Drifting feeds on fear, laziness, disappointment, doubt, and emotional weakness. A person who drifts allows their emotions to govern their life. They work only when inspiration comes. They give up when their spirits are low. They retreat when they are afraid. And so they become prisoners of their own emotions. You must rise above that. You must become the master of your inner world, not its servant. When fear speaks, act with courage. When laziness calls your name, take one more step forward. And when doubt slips into your mind, remind yourself of your vision again, more powerfully than before. Train yourself to act according to your decisions, not according to your emotions. Every time you do, drifting loses a little more of its hold over your mind. There will be days when you will want to relax, lower your guard, and simply go with the flow. Do not surrender to it, because drifting is also a habit, and, like every habit, it grows stronger the more it is repeated. The compromise you make today leads to another tomorrow, then another day, then another. Before you realize it, you have built a life far beneath your true potential. That is why you must reconnect with your purpose every single day, every morning. Remind yourself why you started, and every evening, evaluate your day with ruthless honesty. Ask yourself this question: did I take steps today that brought me closer to my goal, or did I simply drift? Discipline yourself as if you were inspecting someone entrusted with a mission of vital importance, because, in truth, your life depends on it. The habit of drifting is not destroyed in a single day. It disappears through the small battles won each day, with every struggle fought each hour, with every decision. Choosing purpose over passivity every chance you get, that is what true mental discipline is. It is an unwavering determination to make your life meaningful, an unshakable belief that your days will be spent wisely, that your dreams will never be sacrificed for comfort. You see, we're not created to drift. You were created to lead. You were created to guide with the strength of your will, with the solidity of your character, with the power of your decisions. You were created to shape your own destiny. If you refuse to drift, neither failure, disappointment, nor fear can extinguish the fire that burns within. You turn your life into a masterpiece, built through conscious choices. Let every step you take be intentional. Live in such a way that you could account for every hour you spend, and pursue every goal with uncompromising determination. Live such a life that, when the time comes, you can look back not with regret, but with pride. A person who drifts believes that time will never run out. They think opportunities will always present themselves. They convince themselves that one day they will become serious. But a person with purpose knows the truth. Time is a silent thief. If you do not protect it, it will take a small piece of your life away every single time. Every second you waste by drifting is a loss that can never be recovered. That is why you must treat your time as a sacred trust. You must show the same care toward your dreams, and you must show the same respect toward your mind. Anything less is, in reality, a betrayal of yourself, a betrayal of your potential, betrayal of your calling, betrayal of the life entrusted to you. Do not allow the false comfort that drifting offers to lull you to sleep. Stay alert, stay determined. Keep your awareness alive. Destroy the habit of drifting before it destroys your dreams. Take action now. Make your decision now. Begin moving forward now, because there is no guaranteed time called tomorrow. This only thing you truly have is today, and what you choose to do with it, your life, the legacy you will leave behind, the impact you will make on the world depends entirely on your ability to master your own mind. Do not surrender to drifting. Consciously build the life you were created to live. Start today and never look back. Never forget this. Drifting does not steal your dreams all at once. It is not a sudden collapse. It is a slow erosion. It is the tiny compromises you make every day, and when you finally look back, you realize how far you have drifted from where you wanted to be. It all begins the moment you think. What difference does one day make? It begins when you allow your mind to become passive. It begins when you silence the inner voice calling you to take action. And it continues when you allow life to carry you along instead of choosing your own path. The greatest tragedy of drifting is not that it destroys a person all at once. The real danger is that it disguises itself as something harmless. It convinces you that procrastination is normal. It whispers that opportunity will wait for you. It tries to persuade you that there will always be another chance, another time, a more convenient season. But opportunity is not a permanent guest. It arrives unexpectedly, and it leaves with the same quietness. If you are not prepared, if you do not take action, you will miss it, and opportunities rarely knock on the door of those who have wasted them a second time. The people who achieve great success are not those who wait for perfect conditions. They are the ones who move forward with courage even when the path is not fully visible. They are the ones who take the first step while others hesitate, the ones who decide while others drift, the ones who act while others merely dream. They too feel fear, but they know that fear cannot stand for long in the face of determined action. Never forget this. Your mind is the greatest power you possess. If you do not direct it with purpose, it will begin to rule you through weakness. Drifting is the result of a mind left unattended. It is the result of a mind that has surrendered to outside influences instead of its own will. That is why you must reclaim control of your mind every single day, just as a commander puts an army in order before battle. You must govern your mind with the same determination. You must discipline it, direct it toward a clear goal, and keep it moving toward your purpose. Otherwise, you will have accepted defeat before the battle has even begun. You were not given imagination so you could magnify your fears. You were given imagination so you could envision a future powerful enough to move you into action. You were not given willpower so you could hide it away. You were given it so you could strengthen it into steel through the battles you face each day. You were not given time to drift through life without purpose. You were given time to transform it into a meaningful and valuable life. There is no such thing as an insignificant day, nor is there an hour without value. Every minute you live is either an investment in your future or a piece taken away from it. Every decision you make either strengthens your future self or weakens it. Therefore, you must live every day with the seriousness of a soldier preparing for an important mission. You must treat every moment like a precious trust, because that is exactly what it is. And you must be uncompromising with yourself, uncompromising with excuses, uncompromising with procrastination, uncompromising with weakness. Comfort will constantly try to pull you toward itself. Distractions will try to lead you off your path. Fear will whisper countless excuses into your ear. You must confront them with an unshakable sense of purpose. Tell yourself, I will not surrender to drifting. I will not waste my life. I will not betray the potential entrusted to me. Many people will not understand your determination. They will say you are obsessed, Some will tell you that you are taking things too far. Let them. The people who leave a mark on the world have often been misunderstood by those who settle for mediocrity. Let them fail to understand you. Let them call you different, because you are not here to earn the approval of people who have chosen to drift. You are here to live the destiny you were created to fulfill. You must commit yourself completely to your vision. You must eliminate every path of retreat. You must remove the word maybe from your life. Replace it with these words: I will do it. I will build it. I will create. I will take action. I will live my life intentionally. There is no room for drifting in a mind that has no intention of retreating. The temporary discomfort of discipline is far lighter than the lifelong burden of regret. The brief pain of pushing yourself today can never be compared to the weight of looking back on a half-lived life. The sacrifices you make today, the battles you fight, the hardships you endure, all of them are the price of a life worth living. Do not ask for an easy life. Ask for a meaningful one. Ask for a life filled with purpose. Live with such a powerful vision, such an immense passion, and such determined action that drifting cannot find even a single place to take hold in your life. Live in such a way that people remember you not for what you intended to do, not for what you planned and postponed, but for what you truly had the courage to bring to life. And when obstacles appear in your life, because they certainly will, do not give yourself over to self-pity. Do not surrender to despair. Stand up. Claim your purpose once again. Continue on your path. A person who drifts stays on the ground after falling, but a person with purpose rises again after every fall and continues walking with even greater determination than before. You must build within yourself the strength to withstand life's storms. When the road becomes difficult, when the nights grow long and dark, when the obstacles seem endless, you must develop the inner strength that will keep you standing, because drifting is easy when faced with hardship. But true purpose requires you to keep moving forward, even when the world gives you countless reasons to give up. If you truly understand the real danger of drifting, you will treat it like a genuine enemy. You will no longer say to yourself, let's see what time brings. You will no longer say, I'll deal with it later, because later is the greatest deception of those who drift. Later is where dreams are quietly buried. Instead, you must make decisive action a habit. Train yourself to make clear decisions, to make quick but thoughtful choices, and to carry out your decisions without hesitation, because weakness grows in indecision, but strength grows through action. Make a decision. Take action. Adjust your course if necessary, but never stop. The people who achieve success are not those who wait until everything becomes perfectly clear. They are the ones who boldly take the first step even without knowing exactly how things will turn out, because they know that failure teaches valuable lessons, but drifting leaves behind nothing except regret. If you are hearing these words today, there is a reason for it, because there is still a spark within you that has not gone out, because your dream has not yet given up, because you were not created merely to drift through life. You were created to produce. You were created to succeed. You were created to build a life that brings meaning and value to the world, a life so powerful that it leaves a lasting mark behind. But none of this will happen on its own. You must make a decision. You must take action. You must eliminate the habit of drifting from your life before it destroys your dreams. You must fight for your future as though your entire soul depended on it, because in truth, it does. The time is now. Life is now. Greatness is not a distant dream waiting somewhere far away. It is only one decision away. The world will not hand you success of its own accord. You must earn it with a powerful will, with a disciplined mind, and with determined steps, while others choose what is easy and drift through life. You choose the difficult path. Say yes to purpose. Say no to passivity. Embrace discipline. Distance yourself from everything that distracts you. Take ownership of your destiny. Refuse to drift. Live with such intensity that every single day becomes undeniable proof that a life lived with purpose is possible. Do not let a single opportunity quietly slip through your hands. Do not end a single day burdened with wasted regrets. Build, take action, fight, grow. Never surrender to drifting. When you reach the end of your life, may people be able to say this about you: he lived life to the fullest. He gave it everything he had. He left behind nothing he wished he had done. And then let them add this as well: drifting never ruled him, because his mind was strong. His vision was clear. His determination was unshakable. You already possess within you all the power needed to build a meaningful life. Within you is the will to change your destiny. Do not waste it. Do not drift. Stand up. Make your decision. Take action. Begin building. Become the person you were meant to be. Leave the habit of drifting behind before you lose your dreams. Now, because the right time is always today.